Another one that's good, that's kind of edgy, is this kind of modern mohawk. You get shaved across the sides and then do a nice styled poof on the top, so you get like this kind of thing going on here. It's really fun, especially if you dye it some fun color. It's really funky and a lot of fun. Tingles with flyby. Daily ASMR videos. Hello. Excited to select a hairstyle today. Well, it's more so I'll give you the best ideas and then send you home with a magazine so you can get a bit of an idea, with your face shape. But today we're going to figure out your face shape. And I'll point you in the right direction, but we'll finalize that when we actually get around to your haircut. Yeah. Okay, so what I have here, just going to let you see. So basically, for face shapes, we have 6 different shapes, and all faces will fall in one of these 6 categories. We have an oval shape, a square shape, a round shape, heart shape, oblong, and diamond. And with each of these shapes, there's different characteristics that kind of set them apart. So an oval shape, the most prominent is that the length is 1.5 times the width of the face, whereas a square face has much more even alignment, tends to have angular details as well. The round face shape, it's similar in proportion to a square, but tends to have more rounding rather than angular details. The heart face shape, you can see we have a wider forehead down to a smaller chin. A lot of times you can see a nice little pointy chin. An oblong shape is one that's longer than an oval. So we have a really long face for how wide it is. You can also sometimes see quite large foreheads for oblong shapes. And diamond is where the cheekbones are the widest part of the face, with a narrower forehead and jaw. Okay, excited. So there are different features of each of these face shapes that you may want to emphasize or de-emphasize. The oval is kind of the everything goes face shape. Anyone can pretty much wear any hairstyle and you look pretty good. With the other ones, it's usually trying to bring you the illusion of an oval face shape. But there obviously are features that are good of all of those as well. So let's go ahead and get just my hair is all put together here. Just make a piece of paper. Turn my notes on for where you are. Okay. So we're gonna start just across the eyes. So we can see how far across you are there. Okay, that looks like about 6¼ inches. And I'm going to do down at the jaw as well. Just about there. Looks about 6 inches. And look at the length. Which is 6¼ as well. That was 4. So that sits you right here in the square proportions, and you definitely are much more angular. So not a round face shape, you definitely have that angular jaw. So the characteristics of a square, we have the width of the forehead, cheekbones, and jaw are all equal. So yours about a 1/4 inch out, but that's very, very close for proportions. And very angular, so we can see there. So that prominent chin that you have, there are lots of really good benefits to having a square face. And grab my little reference sheet here. Oh, there dropped my measuring tape. So, square faces, if you want to know what celebrities have a square face, one of the most prominent is Angelina Jolie. That beautiful angular jaw sits at the bottom of her square face. Also have Rihanna as a square face, and Natalie Portman. So obviously in good company there. The highlights of the square face shape are those sharp angular features. It also photographs really well, so because of those sharp angles, you tend to look good for pretty much any angle, and the camera really picks you up very, very well, so you should be quite happy with that. So there are a few different types of hairstyles that really tend to suit a square hairstyle, but when I first just get into the do-nots. But before I get into those, I always like to emphasize you do whatever you want. This is just based on aesthetics, current beauty perceptions. If there's something you really want to do and you think it'll look really good on you, go for it. But these are more things that can help you. Yeah, if you've ever had a haircut and you don't quite, you thought it would look really good and then it didn't quite match, well, that can happen if it's not quite matching your face shape. So this is more guidelines to help avoid that sort of situation, you know? Yeah, definitely. So the ones to avoid tend to be particularly, one of the worst ones for a square face is a bob with one length, so like one of those one lengths bobs. Think of the classic like Lois Lane from, did you ever watch Lois and Clark? Maybe that's just me. But she had a bob, just a single length all around chin length. That's a very nice hairstyle for her face shape, but for a square face shape it just runs straight into that ankle and it really kind of becomes over much. It de-emphasizes the beautiful angles of your face because everything's angular. It's a similar thing with kind of the single bangs right across there, just a single cut. Those tend to not be the most flattering, just it's very, very angular. Makes you look a little bit more like a geometric design than a human. Yeah, so I would avoid it unless you really want to go for that geometric design look. If that's what you like. Now let's get into the fun part, which is the hairstyles that will just complement your face shape and make you look amazing. Not that you don't already. So, because of the angles of your jaw and just the angular nature, that kind of lack of difference there. Curls or nice choppy ends can really soften the look. So just just a nice bouncy curl can be very flattering to a square face shape. Of course, you can also do more choppy ends, just kind of. But the thing is, you don't want to have layers that are kind of across your face. It can add to the angular dimension of your face. Yeah. So usually, which I think is one of our ones here, but so you can do like a long layer, so from chin, just kind of furling out, but you want the layers to start usually below your chin, so it'll frame up. If you start it across here, it just kind of gets lost, and it doesn't quite complement your face as well. Yeah, but those nice long layers, you can keep that depth to your hair, but just add in, a little bit of fun there. Now, something that's really popular and on trend right now is super edgy haircuts. Do you know what I mean? Those ones where like they might come off on this side and then just shave this part off and, put some lines in there. And then this part's still there. That kind of look is so cool looking on a square face. Really can make you look edgy. Of course, you have to feel comfortable in that. You don't want to feel out of your comfort zone. Not too much out of it anyway. It's always good to push yourself a little, but you don't want to, wake up every day and not feel like yourself. Another one that's really good is, it's kind of like a modern mohawk. So you've got this nice poof in the front and then it's shaved on the sides. It really serves to lengthen the look of the face. So you kind of diminish that squarishness. Very flattering. And it is quite edgy. So you can even go with fun dye on that. You can go like a purple or a green, hot pink, it definitely goes with that style. But if that's too edgy, don't worry about it. Now you can also go with a nice long bob. So rather than these kind of shorter bobs, if you have a bob that finishes below your chin, so kind of around here, and it works better if I kind of cut it so that it's shorter at the back and then comes around and is longer at the front and has some layers in it. As I said before, we don't want that singular cut, because it just really is angular and doesn't flatter your features. Yeah. But you can get a really cute bob if you get that angle going, and the layers can look really nice, particularly if you mix it with a little bit of waviness to soften up the angles. It can look very lovely. And the final thing is if you want side swept bangs. There's actually a couple different styles of bangs that you can do. As we said, we talked about this kind of singular cut across. That's the worst style. But if you do something that's a little bit more of a curved line, so just kind of not the really thick bangs, a little bit thinner bangs, and just kind of sit to frame the face, that can look really nice. You can also do a gorgeous, little bit thicker if you want the side swept bangs. That just creates a beautiful curved angle on your face, which will complement the angular nature of your face and just create this beautiful contrast that is very intoxicating. So side swept bangs. The other thing that you can do is if you want to have thin bangs, if you go kind of back to the old time where you curl the bangs, so get a kind of curl going on here. Usually we probably don't curl them quite as much as we used to back in the day, but yeah, just a nice little loose curl so they just kind of sit rather than just, you know, just a little bit of curves that adds a little bit of dimension in this direction. Those are probably my least favorite. I think, you know, these type or the side swept, really those type of bangs create beautiful angles across the face. Now, as far as hairstyles go with those, if you have a longer hairstyle or that sort of thing, one of the things you want to avoid most is this super tight look like that. You don't want something like that because that will really just accent and bring out all of your angles. Little loose, low-hanging chignons are lovely. Little updos as well that, you know, create lots of curls around. Those are really lovely hairstyles for, you know, your fancier events and that sort of thing. So there's definitely lots of ways to go. I think we've probably opened more possibilities than we've closed off, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It can make it hard to choose. So I think it'd be best just to head you off with the magazine, have a look through. I have a magazine that's completely devoted to square hairstyles. It just helps you not see things that aren't really going to work that well for you. And you get to see them on square faces. So I think that'll really help you kind of narrow it down and find what you might like. So then when you come back for your haircut, we can just get it all squared away. No pun intended at first, but then when I said it the second time, it was. So it wasn't intended, wasn't it? You decide. So give me just a moment and I'll go and grab that